Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Tai Chi in the Park. We are here again at Evelyn's Park to continue our BaGua basics, our circle walking, 4 basic postures. So let's go ahead and clear some space. And in the middle of your space, I want you to put an object on the floor to create that center of the circle for our circle walking. So let's go ahead and get warmed up before we get started with our practice. So standing with your feet about shoulder width distance apart, we're going to deepen the breath by slowing it down. Inhale the arms up. And exhale, imagining that you're sinking down into the ground. And when the exhalation turns into inhalation, inhale your arms up. And when inhalation turns into exhalation, let the hands float down in front, sinking and relaxing. And again, as you inhale, we draw up. We call this pulling down the heavens, Qigong. And then we reverse the movement by pulling energy up from the earth, up through the center. Whole body breathing. Exhale. Sink and relax. Allowing the breath to become slow, long, and deep. And bringing the arms down by your side, chin to chest. Inhale. Roll your head to one side, stopping at the shoulder. And exhale, chin down through the center, roll to the other side. Not trying to stretch the neck, but just allowing the neck to open naturally. And bring your chin down to center, lift the chin up, roll the shoulders up and back. All circular motion today. Using circular motion to loosen up the joints, to lubricate and to allow energy to flow through and not become stagnant or blocked in the joints. And then elbows down, palms come up. Deep breath in, exhale, sink the chi. Letting the breathing move down deeper into the body. We take it in, fill ourselves up with the breath, and exhale, empty it all out. And reverse, back of the hands, press up and out. And alternating one hand in, then the other. Continuing with your deep abdominal breathing. And reverse. Moving with stillness. And relax the arms down by your side. Rotate the hands in a circle, opening up the wrists. And reverse. And hands on the hips, loosening up the hip joints. Allowing that circular movement to reach into all areas of the hips. And reverse. Being sure to keep a nice long spine throughout the circular movement. Coming back to center. As long as you don't have any knee problems, you can gently bring the knees in together, rotating the knees around the ankles. But we want to make sure that we don't apply any pressure with our hands to the knees. And that we go slow, and that we don't feel any pain or discomfort in the knees as we do this. But this is really good for reconditioning the tendons in the knees. And reverse your circles. And coming back to center, bring the feet together. Bend the knees and rotate the knees together, circling over the feet and allowing the weight to shift into all parts of the feet. Massaging your feet against the ground. And reverse your circles. Coming back up to center, spreading the feet apart, shifting the weight to one side, and circle the ankle, gently pressing into the ball of the foot. And reverse. Shifting to the other side when you're ready, and repeat with the other foot. And reverse. All right, now we're ready for our circle walking practice. 3 deep breaths. Nice, smooth, even breath. All right, let's begin our circle walking practice. So for today, I'm going to start in a new position. I'm going to start right here. And we first start by facing the direction of our circle. We have this imaginary circle with our object in the center, and that's going to help us keep our spatial awareness as we walk the circle. So imagining that you have a line in between the heels and your toes are turned out at the 45-degree angle. So we first start with our arms coming up for our first position, and they stay about the height of the hips as they extend out. And we want to extend the palms. So extending the first finger away from the thumb, and extending the pinky finger away from the thumb to create a nice shallow bowl in the palm. Okay? When you do this, you may start to feel energy in the palm. The hands might warm up or they feel tingly as we walk the circle. And so we're going to take a deep breath in, and exhale, we just sink down. Holding that upright posture, tailbone reaching down, crown of the head lifting up, and we slide the left foot forward and we turn the foot out, external rotation. So our foot is turning inwards towards the circle, and the heel would be closer to the line, our imaginary line. And what we do is we slide the foot with the ball of the foot extended, and then we drop the heel. Okay? So our weight is shifted to the right. We extend the left foot out, the inside foot, drop the heel, shift the weight forward, back foot slides out, and we have an inward rotation of the foot and leg. So the toes are pointing inwards. So this is an internal rotation of the outside leg, external rotation of the inside leg. Lots of opposites here. We shift the weight, extend the foot out, drop the heel. Shift the weight, extend the foot out, drop the heel. So we make sure that we're rooted and grounded in that back leg as we slide the leg forward. This is called mud stepping. So it's as if you were sloshing through mud. So this keeps us very much connected to the earth, rooted and grounded. The knees always stay slightly bent. Tailbone reaching down, navel resting back towards the spine to keep the natural elongated curve of the spine. So let's do one more circle before we change directions so that we get very comfortable with this mud stepping, and we're focusing on the footwork here. So even though we're relaxed and sinking, there's also this idea of stepping lightly on the ground. Relax the shoulders. Allow energy to flow through the arms. Open the center of your palms. Now when you get back to your starting point, we're going to change directions with our L step. So we make sure that we stop with the inside leg, the leg closest to the center of your circle, out. We drop the heel. When we slide the outside leg in, we hook the foot in with a T-step. We shift the weight onto that leg, and then we make an L step. Shift the weight. Now, the inside leg, closest to the center of the circle, slides through, and we drop the heel. Shift the weight, slide forward. So you're lifting the foot just barely enough to clear the top of the ground. Let the chest sink. So making sure that we're not carrying our energy in the chest or in the head, but rather allowing our hips, our foundation, to carry that energy. And now we're going to focus on transitioning. When you get back to your starting point, we pause with the inside leg out, shift the weight, T-step, shift the weight, L-step, shift the weight, inside foot slides forward, and we're going to bring the arms up about the height of the heart. Moving on to our second posture in the basic circle walking. Just working on posture and footwork before adding the twisting and spiraling elements. So just a little pause to emphasize that back-weighted nature. And when you get back to the starting point, inside leg comes forward, outside leg hooks T-step, L-step, inside foot slides forward. And the arms might be feeling a little heavy. If you need to drop the arms down for a moment and then bring them back up, feel free to do that. Or see where you can relax and allow more energy to flow. And coming back to our starting point, ready to transition into the other direction. T-step, L-step, inside foot slides forward, and now we're going to take the outside hand and bring the back of the palm in front of the forehead. Inside hand palm up, shoulder relaxed. And we start to turn to look towards the center. Now our hips are still facing, the inside hip is facing the inside of the circle, the center, but the chest starts to turn to face the inside of the circle. So we're walking this direction, but we're looking in this direction. All right. And let's begin our mud stepping. Coming back to our starting point, we transition with the T-step. L-step, the arms go out away from the center of the circle to the outside of the circle. we shift the weight, slide the inside foot forward, and then we transition the arms. Once you feel stable and ready, continue your circle walking. Again, opening the palms, spreading the fingers, cupping the palm. And let's practice that transition again one more time. T step, L step, inside foot comes forward, transition the arms. Navel resting back towards the spine. Abdominal breathing. Becoming more fully present in your body with each step. Feeling for the ground. When we practice outdoors, the ground is not completely flat. So we feel all of the bumps, the ridges, the roots of the trees. And let's transition. T step, L step, slide the inside leg through, and we transition here. One more circle, and then we're going to go into our next posture. And as we go slow, we really allow this practice to sink into our bodies. We're learning how to walk again in new and different ways. And transition, T step, L step. And this time, inside foot slides forward. The outside hand is going to go down, full spiral of the body. And the upper hand is going to turn in. So our palm is going to face behind us, our upper palm. And our lower palm is going to face out in front of us. And we turn the chest completely towards the center. So everything is spiraling here. Legs are spiraling, waist is spiraling, arms and hands spiraling. And we want to spiral down into the ground as well as up into the heavens. And let's transition. T step, L step, slide through, and we're looking towards the outside of the circle. The hands transition, and we spiral inwards to face the center of your circle. And let's transition again one more time. T step, L step, slide through, bottom hand comes inside, top hand moves down, and we spiral to look straight at the center of the circle, reaching the heart towards the center. Staying low and steady. And walking all the way until you're back to your starting point. Heels together, toes turned out. Inhale the arms up. And exhale. All right, so let's close our practice with a little bit of standing meditation, again, to create more sensitivity in the palms. So we start with the palms facing below the navel, the lower dantian, softening the knees, reaching the tailbone down. Feet are flat, pelvic floor parallel with the earth, chin parallel with the earth. Checking in with your breath. Keeping the eyes partially open, partially closed. Still being aware of the external environment, but moving the attention inwards. Bringing the hands up in front of the heart. Keeping a little bit of extra tension, not much, just a little bit more tension in the palms by extending through the fingers. And hands in front of the forehead, middle finger lined up with the eyebrows, shoulders relaxed, elbows rounded. And then turning the thumbs to point outwards, as though you're holding a ball out in front of your forehead. Out, extending from the heart. And down, reaching for the earth, and the earth reaching up to meet you. Creating this two-way relationship between yourself and the environment. And that completes our practice for today. Step your feet together, bringing the hands together to Create the hand seal of yin and yang, heaven and earth coming together for peace and harmony, for health and longevity. Thank you all so much for practicing with me today. It's such a pleasure. For those of you who are here in person, here at the park, and for those of you who are practicing at home, thank you so much. I hope you are enjoying this basic circle walking practice, and I hope to see you again next week. Until then, stay safe, take care, Dao An.